are now listening to the Life of Produk Podcast.
Yeah, what up, man? It's the boy Product. You're now locked into the Life of Product Podcast. This is episode 75. Shouts out to everybody that liked and did not like episode 74. There was, we had a good run. What's going on with y'all? Thought y'all loved the kid. Y'all was spoiling me for a minute because y'all was agreeing with a lot of stuff that I said. But I think episode 74 kind of like struck a couple nerves. You know what I'm saying? So for those of y'all that did not listen to episode 74 was titled Free Brittany Griner. So as I told y'all, I finally joined TikTok. I'm like the last dude on the planet to join TikTok because apparently everybody's on it. I posted a clip from the last episode, and I think it hit around almost 1,300 views or whatever. That's big for me. You know what I'm saying? Almost 1,300 views. And a lot of people jumped in it. You know what? I got to a point I just stopped replying. I was just like sitting back, literally. I put like a little popcorn emoji. You know what I'm saying? Because it was kind of fun for me to just sit back and really listen to the opinions of people. What I learned from that, and what I think a lot of other people that have read those comments and comments on other pages, people don't care. People, two things. One, and somebody says something, oh, why does everything have to be about black and white? I don't make everything about black and white. I don't. The country does. The world does. So two things we learned. People don't care. People from other nationalities don't care. And this is not me calling y'all out. This is me keeping 100% real. A lot of issues that happen to black people, non-black people on average don't care. They don't care, which, hey, I respect it. But we're all entitled to our opinion. You know what I'm saying? I like creative conversations. And I didn't just do that episode to clout chase. I genuinely care for her freedom. I really want her to be released from prison. But, we're not going to stay on that. Y'all could backtrack. Bong bong. In today's news, the game just dropped that Drillmatic album. That is a very, very well-produced album. It's a very long album, which I appreciate because, for a minute we was getting like 7-track albums and stuff like that. Now, of course, y'all heard the Eminem diss. I'm not crazy about it. I'm not. And I'm going to give my 100% unfiltered opinion on that Eminem diss track. It's 10 minutes. It's too long. See, the game made that same mistake years ago when he dropped that like 10-minute diss track against 50 Cent and G-Unit. The problem with that track years ago, it was too long and the mix wasn't right. It wasn't even mastered properly. A lot of people were complaining about the sound. But if you know music, if you do music, you will understand the mixing wasn't right. The mastering wasn't right. The mixing and mastering and production on this Eminem diss track was great, but it was too long and the concept of it just wasn't hitting. And Game is too dope of a lyricist to have gone that route, but that's how he felt. But, aside from the diss track, it is a very, very well put together project. You know what I'm saying? I love he brought Twista on. Twista is actually in my top 10 favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? Twista's on there. He's got a lot of features, but the features actually fit. I like the joint with Ty Dolla $ign. Who else on? I think he got the Meek Mill joint. I think he got a joint with Meek Mill on it. I gotta go back and re-listen to the NBA YoungBoy joint. I like how he has people from his era and the younger era and people before him. So this shows that that man is a real fan of hip hop. Congratulations to him. Congratulations on the beats that Hit Boy did. I know Hit Boy did a good amount of it. I don't know. He didn't do the whole thing because he got London on it. He got a couple other people on that too. But man, shouts out to him, man. This is episode 75. We're not gonna stay on all of that. Today's episode is titled, Are You Ready for the One? I'm doing this episode because look, I'm like the Dr. Phil of the hood, son. A lot of people, I told you I'm the inspiration dealer, but I'm also like the Dr. Phil of the hood. A lot of people be coming to me with like relationship advice. And I'd be looking like, you sure you want to do that? Because I done struck out a couple times. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of relationship advice has been just, I don't know, it must be like a retrograde or something like that. I don't know, B. Shouts out to Tiffany. Tiffany, that's her favorite word. Tiffany's favorite word is retrograde. It's a retrograde going on. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to Lil Grammy. But a lot of people have been coming to me asking for relationship advice and things like that. Like, how do they know if they're the one? So my question to y'all is, are you ready for the one? And I've spoken on some stuff like this before in the past, like past episodes and stuff like that. You have to be ready for that. So in my experiences with people I know that have settled down and try to settle down, the people who thought they were ready, it didn't work out for them. It was what worked out was always the people that weren't looking. The people that weren't looking, it always worked out for them. And I feel like the people that thought they were ready, they were forcing it somehow. Maybe they were forcing that. And that's a scary feeling. Like I don't never want to force a situation. I never want to force a situation. I want things to be natural. I want things to, flow. I want it to flow properly. I don't want to have to ever feel like I'm complying in a relationship. I'm not doing that. See, me, right? Younger me versus older me is two totally different people. The things I put up when I was younger, I'm not putting up with no more. I'm not putting up with attitude. I'm not putting up with disrespect. I'm not putting up with not considering my feelings. I'm not putting up with constant complaints. I'm not putting up with constant complaints that don't make no sense. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting up with immaturity. I'm not doing it. And the day I made the decision not to do that, I have not put up with that ever since. We grown on this side. We grown on this side. We taking trips and having we taking trips and we having sex on balconies. That's the energy I want. Not doing all that other stuff. So are you ready for the one? And this is a question we all need to ask ourselves. Where's your life at right now? Where's your life at now? Where was your life before you got here? And where's your life going to be at in the next 5 to 10 years? Because let's keep it real. A lot of my audience is older. Those are the young people that listen. You're young now, but you're not going to be young forever. And you have to really start dating to settle down. You have to, it's cool to like date here and there. If that's what you're doing, you rocking around, you messing around. All right, go ahead, be safe, do your thing. But at a certain point, you have to start taking it serious. And not for nothing, man. And I hate to say it like this. You have to start that person that you're considering, that person that you see that potential in. The long-term factor is also like a business. And I'm saying, and I'm not. See, a lot of people are gonna misconstrue what I'm saying. Let me say it like this, right? If you and that person are looking to be long-term together, y'all gonna have to hustle together at a certain point. Y'all gonna have to hustle together. If you will do and you work overnight and your lady work first shift and your schedule is what you like, that's what you want. Her schedule is what she like, is what she wants. Don't expect it to go that far in the long term. It's not gonna happen. Now I respect it, fam. Get your money. But if you're going in from like midnight to 8:30 in the morning, and she goes to work at 9, y'all seeing each other for a few minutes by the time you get home. How is that gonna work? She can't be handing you and calling you all day while she at work because you sleeping. So by the time she get off, you probably just waking up or you still sleep. You might have to run errands in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So eventually one of y'all is gonna start directing your attention towards somebody else or something else. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So also, like I said, you have to hustle. You're gonna have to hustle with this person. Your finances are gonna have to match. Long-term dating, marriage, it's a business. It is a business. And at a certain point, y'all gonna have to look at y'all finances. You're gonna say, does my finances match this person? If you both are doing great and one of y'all falls short at a certain point, lose your job, get hurt, fall ill, anything like that, can that other person hold down everything? Will that other person hold down everything? If that person is not the type to hold down everything and you don't know what the future holds, you might want to reconsider being with that person long term. You might want to reconsider it. I'm sorry to burst your bubble to anybody listening and watching, because you are with somebody that has potential to fall short in that area, but it is what it is. You can still go far with that person, go along with that person, but don't expect certain stuff. If you're a man and you think she's the one, right? But shorty can't cook, she don't clean the house up, stuff like that. Or let's flip that. Ladies, if you were a dude, he don't clean up after himself, he think you're supposed to do his laundry every week, stuff like that. He's not the one. He is a grown man. He is a whole adult. She is a whole adult. You ain't trying to be nobody parent. Ain't nobody trying to be a parent. Nah, not at all. So these are the things that I feel we should all look at. You know what I'm saying? And yo, man, it's serious. Long-term relationships is serious. Long-term relationships either lead to failure or something bigger. And we've all led to failure before. Boy, yo, I'm telling you, son. Listen, man. The things I can say, but I'm not gonna say it. But yo, listen, I'm not perfect. I've fallen short before in certain areas, and the older I've gotten, the older I get, I respectfully look at it and say, you know what? that was my bad. That was my bad. But you know, a lot of people won't do that. I'm not, and I can't say a lot of men or a lot of women, both sides. Well, a lot of us don't do that because we just don't. We don't want to admit what we did or what we didn't do or what we could have done. G, it's the boy Product Life of Product Podcast. We got to take a break real quick. Shouts out to Anchor FM for the sponsorship, for the distribution. Shouts out to the new YouTube subscribers. Shouts out to the old subscribers. I will never change your I will never get brand new. We will be right back with the Life of Product Podcast, episode 75. G. Yeah, what up, man? It's the boy Product. We're now back with the Life of Product Podcast, man. Episode 75. Episode 75 is titled, Are You Ready for the One? Shouts out to Anchor for the distribution, for the sponsorship. Shouts out to the people streaming. I think I told y'all a while back. Yeah, I did tell y'all a while back. People in other countries are starting to rock with the show on streaming. I appreciate y'all. I never would have thought I would have a show where people in like Romania is listening to it. Shouts out to them. Shouts out to them. That's what's up, man. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love all of the listeners. I even love the people that don't like me. Why do I love the people that don't like me? Because they still listening. Bang, bang. Life hack. It's episode 75. Are you ready? Are you ready for the one? Serious question. Are you ready for the one? One of my mans hit me up the other day. He was talking to me about like this new shorty he met. And he was like, yo, she's great. Boom, boom, boom. The show came up. He was like, I ain't been in a relationship for a minute. What do I feed her? I was like, feed her chicken, brother. All women love chicken wings. Give her chicken wings. You know what I'm saying? I don't get a mixture of flats and drums. So I'm tired of seeing that whole debate about whether flats and drums, which one. I don't care about that. Give her some chicken wings. Give her a side of ranch. She'll be happy. You know what I'm saying? I've never met a woman that did not like chicken wings. Never in my life have met her. Now, if she's out there and she exists, she's not the one for me. Nah, because I can eat chicken every day. You know what I'm saying? It ain't because I'm black. I just love chicken. I met white people that love chicken. Come on, man. Show it that. Are you ready for the one? Are you ready? Are you disciplined enough to be with one person? And that's another thing too, because we have there's so much going on right now with social media and things like that. Everybody has access now. Everybody is very easily accessible. Very easily accessible. So that's a scary thing. And I've seen it. I've seen situations where two people were together, one person gets mad and they just start hitting up their whole timeline. Now they got options. Here's a question I want to pose to y'all, because a lot of y'all hit me up, you email me, you DM me. To the people that regularly hit me up, I want to ask y'all this. Do you feel like two people who get together, should they chill off of social media for a while when they first start rocking? Should they, you know how people go on Facebook and then they say in a relationship, which how long before you let these people know that follow you? How long do you before you let your potentials know I have somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like publicly, like they can hit you up in your DMs and be like, yo, what's up with you? It's nothing. Yo, I got somebody. I care about shorty, bong, bong, fall back. How long before you let the world know that, okay, this is that person? And the reason why I asked y'all this, that question is because it seems from what I've seen on social media, and from my experiences, as soon as you post that person, things go bad. As soon as you post shorty, it go bad. So I've seen women head over heels over a dude. As soon as she posts them, it go bad. That person either messes up or the situation just go bad. There's like the circumstances just crumble. It's like a falling bridge. Like, what's going on? And that's another reason why a lot of people, they don't post the person that they're with. Now, one thing I think is whack is when you rocking with a person heavily rocking with a person, but you telling everybody that you single. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to brag and boast. Oh, I got somebody. Okay, I believe in keeping relationships private, but there's a way to keep it private. There's a way to keep it private to still let people know, all right, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't do that. They kind of still want to have that lip factor to them. And I get it. I've had my lip factor. I still believe that you can be a lit person, but still be, you can still be, faithful to the person that you're with. There's a way, there's a fine line here. There's a median there. There's a way to keep it going. But a lot of people don't want to do that. But I respect it, because I remember I had an ex. As soon as I started posting her, things went bad. You know what I'm saying? It ugly. She was a little short, 4'11" demon. You know what I'm saying? 5'2", whatever. I don't know. Same demon height range. 4'11" to like 5'3". All y'all evil. But Yeah, like things went bad. This was a few years ago. Things went bad. And so I respect it. I get it. I respect it 100%. I would never be the dude to complain to a shorty I'm with, yo, why you don't post me? That's kind of whack. So I'm like, no offense to the ladies, but that's more of a female argument to a man. That's not really a man argument to a female. I've seen guys do that. I've seen guys do it who had a point. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it happen. But it's real out here, and it's crazy out here. Relationships are very serious. You know, a relationship can be a beautiful thing, man. You have to here's the thing: when you go into a relationship, when you finally get serious, right, and you start feeling like she's the one. I'm talking to the fellas, right? You have to consciously go into it. You have to consciously go into this relationship, and you have to say to yourself, all right, I'm cutting all loose ends. You have to go in there with a clear mind and a clear spirit, not just a clear mind. See, when you have a clear mind, you can fall off. You know what I'm saying? It's like drugs, which I don't use drugs. I've known a lot of drug addicts. They go in there with a clear mind, boom. But when you have a clear spirit, that's a whole nother thing. Because when you have a clear spirit, you get it. When you in that beginning stage, that beginning stage is very fragile. You don't want it to crumble. It's kind of like you walking on a frozen lake. You want to make it to the other side of that lake. That's what you're doing, right? So you want to go in there with a clear spirit, because if you have a clear spirit, you're going to understand that what I do to her can be done to me. The hurt I cause her can be caused to me. The embarrassment I can cause her can be caused to me. And you don't want to do that, because let me tell you something, I've been on both sides of the fence with it. You know what I'm saying? This years ago, I cheated. I've been cheated on. So it hurts. It don't feel good. It does not feel good. Now, a lot of us, we're made to still bounce back right away, of course, but it's still going to hurt, especially when you put time and you put effort and you put love into something. When you, 2022, right? We fresh out of a pandemic. We're fresh out of, we got monkeypox now. Allegedly, there's another pandemic coming. A lot of people right now are searching for something. And a lot of people, that's something, they're searching for love. A lot of, you'd be surprised how many people right now want to be in something solid with somebody. They want to be held every night. They want the heart emojis. They want the kiss emojis. They want gifts. They want dates. They want trips. A lot of people want that right now. And the sad part is the scary part, opening that side up to the wrong person. That's very scary. A lot of people lock themselves off. I've always been like the type of person, I don't open up fast to a female when I meet. I don't do that. I don't open up. For me to open up like quick, there's got to be something special about her. And no offense to any woman that I've dated, if I didn't open up fast to you, I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to be like that. But me, I'm closed off in the beginning. I put a wall up because I've seen so much go left field. See, and that's the thing. So I asked this question today's show: are you ready for the one? If you don't take that wall down, and I'm speaking from experience, if you don't take that wall down within a certain amount of time, you're not ready for the one. She might be the one, and you don't see it because you got this wall up. How long is she supposed to wait for you? How long is he supposed to wait for her? How long? That's the thing. And there's situations where you can meet somebody, things are going great, and then they put a wall up. In the middle of everything, that person might put a wall up. That person might put a wall up because they're so used to everything going bad. They're used to, take a woman, for example. A woman might put a wall up. She might have bad experiences with men. She might have been a victim of domestic violence, God forbid. She might have been cheated on. She might have been embarrassed. She might have had all these things done to her. So things are going great in the beginning, but you might remind her of her ex that did her dirty. Then she puts that wall up. She's afraid. So and I'm speaking to the fellas now on this side. Fellas, for a woman to do that, you have to, if you care about her, if you love her, if that's the person for you, if you feel like she's the one, you have to find out the source of it, and you have to break that wall down. To break that wall down, you have to apply pressure to her. You have to apply pressure that she ain't never seen in her life. That pressure is either going to break the wall down or it's going to scare her and she's going to run away even further. Now, if she run away even further, hey, listen, man, bong, go get it popping somewhere else. And that is my wholehearted advice, 100% honest advice to y'all. If you apply that pressure, you keep applying that pressure and she still doesn't, or say he or she still does not want to break that wall down, then your job is done. You've given, how much effort are you going to keep putting into that? How much effort are you going to keep putting into that? You kind of deserve better than to keep going to that. You know what I'm saying? So to everybody out there listening, today's episode is titled, Are You Ready for the One? Are you ready for the one? Ask yourself that when you meet that person that has that potential to quote unquote be the one. Now, don't rush into it trying to find the one all because you're lonely. That's another thing too. Loneliness is scary. Loneliness is scary, B, because you just like prone to just rock with a scraggler. Women, you might be lonely and he might look like gold on the outside. Deep down inside, son is homeless. He ain't got nothing going on for him. He got bad credit. He ain't got no job. He about to be driving your whip every day. Nah, or vice versa. Vice versa. I know some dudes who think they just hit a lick within the last year or two. You ain't hit a lick. Nah, you hit a bum is what you did, brother. And you put her in the passenger seat and you're going to feel her one day. So at the end of the day, don't let loneliness and don't let an opportunist come here in front of you and show you what you think you want. Don't let them, don't do that. And I promise you, if you take your time with it, then the results are gonna be better. Now, I'm not saying that's gonna be the one you're gonna spend the rest of your life with. You might get a good 5-10 years out of it, and then it goes back. But it is what it is. At least you got to enjoy those 5 or 10 years or whatever duration that relationship was. It's the Boy Product, Life of Product Podcast, episode 75. Are you ready for the one? Keep hitting my DMs, keep hitting my emails. Korporate.Ent at gmail.com. That's corporate with the K. LifeOfProduk at gmail.com. PRODUK, because y'all be like spelling it wrong and then be bouncing back. Y'all be blaming me like I did something. You know y'all like that. But hit me with your show ideas, because this came from a lot of people talking to me about it. I would like to do the next one, or for some show ideas you guys still have, because I feel like that's my way of giving back to y'all and interacting with y'all. I'm out, baby. Life of Product Podcast. Talk to me.
You are now listening to the Life of Product Podcast.